First, I'd like to say thank you to everybody. We're very excited with Cainiao to be here and to be part of Co-Create. It's very exciting to see so many entrepreneurs and to see Alibaba co-creating and helping everybody be successful and grow their businesses. We're going to spend just a few minutes. We're going to spend a few minutes talking about Cainiao and global logistics and how we can help partner with you and make that part of your business to be easy and something that you don't have to worry about, okay? I have to say I was a little bit nervous coming out when I found out Damon was coming on after me. I was actually on Shark Tank and I chose Mr. Wonderful instead of Damon, so no, I'm kidding. I wasn't really on Shark Tank. All right, so you've actually seen a video of Cainiao, the introduction video, several times. They've been playing it throughout. So Cainiao was started in 2013, and we were started as to complete Alibaba's vision to be able to deliver in China within 24 hours and anywhere within the world within 72 hours, right? So that's a very aggressive goals that Cainiao had as the Alibaba logistics arm. The way that we accomplish that is through smart technology. You've seen the smart logistics technologies such as AI, robotics, and lots of big data. We've talked a lot about logistics here. We also are building out infrastructure with industrial parks, aviation hubs, and logistics parks all over the world. And then the other thing is great partners. So we have great partners to be able to accomplish this. Just to give you an idea, currently today we have 18 sorting centers around the world, and we're doing over 4 million packages, cross-border international packages on a daily basis. Yeah, that's huge. Give the, we also, some of our partners, you saw UPS up here yesterday. We partner a lot with UPS here in the US as well as around the world, okay? So one of the key things that you see is that one of the missions of Alibaba is to make it easy to do business anywhere around the world. And our part of that is to be the DNA of e-commerce. So we help you get your packages from your manufacturers anywhere in the world to your end customers, both B2B and B2C. We're going to spend just a few minutes on going through a few slides, okay? As we've seen in the videos and as we've talked about, the way we're accomplishing this is with a lot of technology and digitalization, operation, and globalization around the world. Cainiao, currently, we have 224 regions and countries that we're working with and providing services to, over 250 dedicated warehouses, and over 100 cross-border partners that we're using right now to accomplish this. In the videos, you've seen kind of flybys and things of our logistics parks, our aviation hubs, and our industrial parks. And this is kind of where it all comes together to be able to get the packages and those 4 million packages out on a daily basis internationally around the world. In the video, it actually shows our autonomous vehicles. We have over 1,000 vehicles, EV vehicles, delivering packages around in China, and automation with our warehouses. We have artificial intelligence that directs the routing of picking and packing. We have robotics, as well as scanning technology and RFID technology. Now, yesterday, we had a gentleman that was speaking, and he was talking from California about green logistics and sustainability. And as I mentioned earlier, Cainiao was started in 2013. By 2016, we started an aggressive plan to be a leader in green logistics and being environmentally friendly. So all aspects of our chain, we are doing things to cut paper, to recycle, use recycle, to do electronic waybills, solar panels on our infrastructure. So our management team is always looking for ways that we can be friendly to the environment. We calculated that we've saved over 400 billion pieces of paper being printed and $20 billion, as well as 1 billion kilograms of carbon emissions through some of our initiatives. And 2016, thank you. 2016, I know it's come up a few times in working with companies. It's been a hot topic recently, but we've been doing it 3 years after we started as Cainiao. Okay, we kind of big picture, we looked at Cainiao in China and globally. Now we're going to just spend a few minutes and go through a few slides on Cainiao in North America and the US. So all of your needs, like we mentioned with our partners, all of your needs from ocean freight and getting it from your manufacturers all the way to your end users. So trucking, air freight, warehousing, and fulfillment. In this example, I think everybody knows that China is the #1 manufacturer of goods and products around the world. So we have over 1,800 lines and partnerships of bringing packages from China and anywhere that your manufacturers are and getting them into the major ports around the world. And you can see some of the continents and some of the places where we're delivering, basically worldwide. As being part of Alibaba, it's very important for technology. And you've heard other speakers talk about transparency, some of the technology guys. Being part of Alibaba, we want you to know where your packages are all the time. We want you to know the status. We want you to be able to see KPIs and SLAs. So the ocean freight has dashboards so that you can be up to date on all of the information on your products and goods. One of the things I wanted to mention also, besides sometimes ocean freight isn't fast enough, and we're going to see a case study if we have time. Ocean freight isn't fast enough because of you need to get it into your marketplaces quickly, or you need to be able to, it might be a high value product. You don't want it to be sitting on a ship. We've got air freight all over the world. So for example, Europe, we've got, I think, a flight a day coming, like 6 flights into Europe. We've got 3 flights coming into the US in different airports. South America, Asia Pac, APAC. So we can get your products air freight very quickly and efficiently if that's something that you need. Now, once we get them from the either the ports, ocean ports, or the airports, you got to be able to get them into your warehouses. You've got to be able to get them into your 3PL. So we have a very extensive trucking arrangements to be able to truck anywhere throughout the country in the U.S., East Coast to West Coast. And right now we're currently shipping over 20,000 containers and TEUs on a monthly basis. So we'll be able to get your products wherever you need to get them to be able to have them ready to get to your customers. This is just a quick overview of warehousing and fulfillment and 3PL services in the U.S. So you can see we have warehouses in Europe and APAC, but in the U.S. we have 7 warehouses and millions of square feet, and we actually connect to your websites and your marketplaces, and we connect to your ERP systems so that we can pick and pack and get your orders out the same day within 24 hours, whatever your needs are. So we have full service 3PL services. And you're going to see in a minute, we're using the latest technology to do that. Everything from conveyor belt systems to RFID to scanning, handhold scanning, as well as robotics. Just as I mentioned with the dashboards with ocean freight, we have our own WMS system for our warehousing and fulfillment. So you know all the time where your products are, you know what your inventory levels are, you can build reports, you can see what's selling and when you need to reorder. You see the status, if we've received it, if we've put it away, if it's ready to be sold on your marketplaces. So very detailed WMS system. If you don't have an ERP system, you can log in and see 24 hours a day exactly what the status is of your orders. I just spoke a little bit, and some of the videos that you've seen is some of our technology, the way that we accomplish this, using our smart technology, our smart logistics technology. I mentioned we have 18 different sorting centers. This is an example of some of the technology that we're using, the latest for sorting centers. The robotics, if you come by our booth, you can actually see videos of the robotics working, where it's increased productivity by 300%, where our pickers and packers are actually standing in a location, and the robots are bringing the packages or the products to pick straight to them. And it increases the quality as well, and reduces human error, because the robots are telling them exactly what to pick so that they can get out the door quickly and meet our SLAs and KPIs. The sorting centers, we have 5 sorting centers throughout the U.S., so any type of sorting center you need, the goal is to be able to get your products ready and out the door and save you money with our sorting centers. That's 5 in the U.S., 18 worldwide. Okay, we're going to just take a couple minutes and look at a couple case studies. So in this case study, this is an example of air freight. So this is 2,000 cell phones, $500 each, so that's $1 million for one pallet. And this customer, they didn't want it to go on ocean freight and take 5 weeks to be able to get there. So we customized the solution so that you can't see inside the package, you can't hurt the phones as you are opening it, and also in this example, we actually have security guards that are with the products all the time, and we also have dedicated drivers that we've done background checks. So coming from the manufacturer to the airport, we have high security, as well as when it lands, it has high security with dedicated drivers and security. And then there's also cameras at the location so that we can see if anyone and what's going on to keep the security high all the time. In this example, it went from 5 weeks of being unsecured to 5 days. This was coming from Hong Kong to Sao Paulo, and we cut it from 5 weeks to 5 days. Okay, the last case study, this is a bath accessory bathtub company, and they were shipping 30,000 bathtubs a month. And once we started working with them and doing some analysis, we found out that 80% of their deliveries are in the central U.S. and on the East Coast, and their warehouse was in the Los Angeles area. So that's 24,000 bathtubs being shipped all the way across the country. So what we did was started working with them. We managed getting the product from the Chinese manufacturers into our warehouses in Houston and in New Jersey. And then we connect to their marketplaces, that's Home Depot, Lowe's, Wayfair, to be able to do both B2B and B2C shipments to save them time, to save them money, to make their customers happy, and really cut back on their shipping costs. Okay? Like I said, this was just kind of a high-level look. I know we can't really go into a whole lot of details. We've got a booth in the back, and we would love to have you guys come by. We'd like to learn more about your business and how we could possibly partner together to save you some money and make this something that you don't have to worry about, your end-to-end logistics solutions. Okay? Thank you very much. Thanks for coming to Co-Create.